Hello, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to our Wednesday Connect Restorative practice. So this month we have been focused on courage and compassion. And this class is about opening up through your heart and your hips. And when we live with an open heart, we're able to cultivate that compassion. And when we open up our hips, we're able to release emotions that may be blocking us. And so we're able to cultivate the courage that it takes to live a truly compassionate and loving life. Restorative yoga is meant to calm the nervous system and shift us into our rest and digest nervous system. So the parasympathetic nervous system. So the entire intention of the class is to bring relaxation into the body and into the mind. For today's class, I recommend that you have a bolster, a blanket, and a couple blocks. But if you don't have a bolster, a firm, long pillow works perfectly. And if you don't have blocks, you can always use small other pillows, decorative pillows. You could use a shoebox. You could even use a Tupperware container. So there's so many different things around the house that can support you in your yoga practice that we just don't necessarily think of. So it's awesome to have a home practice, and we can keep things simple and we can utilize what we have. So we're going to start today's practice in a supported fish pose. So I invite you to bring your blanket across the midsection of your mat. I have mine in a quarter width fold, but find what feels right for you. The blanket for this posture was just meant to create a little bit of extra comfort for our low back. And then you're going to bring your bolster or your long blanket or your long pillow behind you and back your bottom right up flush to that bolster. And then start to allow yourself to lean back, letting your hands come down by your side, letting your shoulders fall away from your ears. And this really is our first heart opening pose. So this is a version of fish pose. That's what this posture is called. And I invite you to tilt your chin toward the ceiling, really opening up through the throat, opening up through the chest. Let your hands rest down by your side. And as we settle into this opening pose, start to become aware of your breath. Feel into your inhale and your exhale. And your inhale and your exhale. Feel that rise and fall. As our chest is exposed and open, we can really fill and expand into that space with our breath. So I invite you to become aware of the connection between your nose and your lungs. Feeling the rise and fall of the heart, of the chest. Really breathing into that space. And with every exhale, bringing release and relaxation in. Let's start to deepen our breath, sending the breath deep into the belly. Feel the lungs expand, feel the whole front line of the body expand with the breath, and then feel the whole body release as you allow the body to sink into the floor. into the props. Let the expansion of the breath be your focus. With each exhale, you're letting go. I invite you to join me in a balancing breath practice. So take in a deep breath in through the nose, send the breath deep into the belly, fill the lungs, fully expand, pause at the top. And exhale through the nose, let everything go, pulling the belly button toward the spine and exhaling everything out. Now on this next inhale, count out your inhale as you fully expand to the top. And whatever your count is, make your exhale even and balanced to that count. And again, taking an inhale, filling the belly, filling the lungs, fully expand. You're counting it out. Pause. And exhale for the same amount of time, emptying everything out. And pause at the bottom. Inhale, count it out, finding what your fullest expression of your inhale is. And exhale for the same amount, let it go. Let's flip our palms, palm facing down, slowly, gently press yourself up. And let's bring the bolster out in front of us. Bring the soles of the feet together. You can utilize your blocks underneath your knees, or you can roll up your blanket on underneath either side of your knees. Take the bolster out in front of you. We're going to hinge forward from the hips, keeping the spine as straight as we can, and let our forehead rest down on the bolster. You might need to kind of wiggle yourself out. Let your forehead rest down. Flip your palms, palm facing down. I invite you to close down your eyes. Let your shoulders sink away from your ears. Reconnect to your balanced breath. I believe that each person can personalize their relationship to their breath. So my balanced inhales and exhales are actually to a count of 10. And it doesn't mean that that's right or that's what you're striving for. I'm just sharing with you that that's what my balanced inhales and exhales are. Maybe yours are more, maybe yours are less. It's more about discovering that balance within you than about having the correct count. So throughout today's practice, let's continue to balance out our inhales and exhales. And just because you reach an inhale to 1.1 time doesn't mean that you can't go beyond that. So maybe your balance shifts and changes throughout the class. Press your hands into the floor. Slowly, gently lift your upper body up. Let's bring our hands behind us. Lean back. Guide the knees together. Plant the feet on the floor. And let's shift from side to side. Because we had stillness in the hips for that period of time, just be really mindful and gentle with this movement, noticing how this mobility feels after that stillness. Come through center. We're going to shift the bolster back behind us. Shimmy it right to that tailbone. Remove the blocks. Extend your legs out long. And we're going to come into half saddle. So we're bending into this right leg, bringing the ankle beside the hip and leaving the left leg extended. Now, if it feels best to you to just kind of lean back, that's perfect. If you can walk your upper body all the way down onto the bolster, letting your palms come palm facing up, letting your shoulders fall away from your ears. Come back to your breath. Good morning, honey. Hello. How you doing? What's going on out there? What's going on out there? Now, as you're here and as you're settling in, know that you can make any adjustments or changes in your body. You're looking for release and relaxation. I encourage you to return your awareness to your breath. Let's flip our palms, palm facing down, use them to press the mat away. Take that right leg, extend it out. Maybe take a moment and kind of pedal out that leg, extending the right leg long, tucking the left foot in. And again, maybe you stay lifted and you're feeling a really good stretch. Or maybe you can allow yourself to come all the way down. You can let your palms come palm facing up. Find what is accessible in your body. And once you find your pose, once you find the shape within your body, come back to your balanced breath. Is there anywhere you can bring more relaxation into your body? Focus on your balanced breath. Flip your palms, palm facing down, slowly, gently press yourself up. Extend that left leg out, take a moment, pedal it out. We're going to come into a supported frog pose. So we're turning our body around so that we come down onto our stomach, onto the bolster. Bring your knees out wide onto your blanket. Bring your feet out a little bit wider, flexing your toes to your shins. Walk yourself forward. Find that bolster. Let yourself rest down. Maybe you stack your hands on top of one another on the bolster. Maybe you let your forehead rest down. Find what feels right in your body, where you can allow in some release and some relaxation. These last two postures are a little bit more yin because we feel a little bit more sensation in them. And that's really what we're looking for in our yin practice. In our restorative practice, we're really looking for relaxation and release. That being said, we can experience that release even through sensation with our breath. Reconnect to your balanced inhales and exhales. Allow in as much release as possible. Bring your hands underneath your body. Draw the toes together first. Press yourself up. Bring the knees together. And we're going to turn back around. Coming into our final Shavasana. So for me, for my final Shavasana, I'm going to take the bolster underneath my knees and then bring myself all the way down onto my back. Heels are resting on the floor, feet fall out wide, hands come down by your side. I invite you to close down your eyes and reconnect to that balanced breath. If you want to expand or extend your inhales and exhales, gently press your tongue against the roof of your mouth and feel the restriction in the back of your throat. This will elongate your inhale and exhale as it slightly closes off the airway. Observing our mind, observing our thoughts, allowing for thoughts to rise and fall, to come and go with little to no attachment. Bringing your awareness back to your balanced breath. Let's take 3 more big breaths here. Start to bring some movement into the body, rolling out the wrist, rolling out the ankles. Draw the knees in toward the chest, wrapping the hands around the knees, gently rock side to side. Grab the backs of your knees and rock yourself up into an easy seat, cross-legged. Ground down into your sitting bones. Bring your palms to touch, tuck your chin to your chest. Taking a moment to bow to your practice. Notice how you feel in this moment. After balancing out your breath, opening up through your hips and your heart. Know that you can come back to this practice if you want to recultivate the feeling that you have right now. Identifying what that feeling is. Thank yourself for showing up on your mat, allowing yourself to breathe and be present. Know that I thank you for being here, for sharing this practice. I thank you for showing up for yourself. I believe that the more we show up for ourselves, the more we can show up for others. The light, the love, the wisdom in me sees, honors, reflects, and encourages the light, the love, the wisdom in you. Namaste. I hope to see you again on your mats very, very soon. And until then, may your light be your guide.